Hi, everybody. Welcome to Between Two Mediums. I'm Nancy, an Akashic Records reader medium, and this is Kathy, an evidential medium. And today we're pulling back the curtain and talking about what actually happens during one of our gallery readings. All right, last episode we talked about what happens before a gallery reading and how we prepare, so check that out if you haven't seen it. And today we're actually going to talk about what happens in the gallery reading itself. So let's get to that. Kathy, what's your biggest green light that the energy is good and spirit is ready to go when you're in the gallery reading?
Well, I think if, we all have rituals that we do, whether they're needed or not. I don't believe they're really needed, but we do these rituals. So, um, once I know I've done what I like to do to prepare to go to work, so to speak, um, I like feeling the tingling in my arms, which I feel like is I'm feeling the energy, and my biggest green light is when I feel it in my gut. Like I have this like surge of maybe it feels a little bit like adrenaline in
Hmm.
my gut. Then I know I'm ready to go. So that is like where I can put I've learned to put my confidence in that. If I feel that, then I know I can let go and just start, you know, talking about what I get and it will be received by somebody. So that's my biggest green light is probably the feeling, the energy, the tingling and that feeling in my gut. It's hard to put words to what that
Yeah, it
feeling
really
is,
is.
but I do believe it's the positive energy, it's the spirit coming through, letting me know to have confidence and trust in them that I'm ready to go. What
Hmm.
about you? I can ask the same to you. What's your biggest green light to show that you're ready to go, that spirit is ready for you?
Yeah. Well, I do the Akashic Records prayer opening for each person. I pull their name and then I know I'm connected to that person. I just trust that it's ready, but I kind of feel the same thing you're talking about, this energy pull. And it just starts, the words start to flow out. And I can tell that it's not me talking. It kind of gets quicker paced, and I can just sense the right words to come out. I can't explain it, but or I'll hear a song, like just different things will start all coming in and happening, and it's just a matter of leaning into that and letting go and having it happen.
Yeah, and I think it's, getting started in a gallery read, it's each gallery read feels maybe slightly different.
Mhm.
And so it may not, it's unique based on the energy of the people that are coming. It's a group energy, and you
Yeah.
just have to um, keep experiencing it, I think, to learn how to manage it yourself or what to notice or what, it's all about trust. So you just kind of, we just talked about what it feels like when spirit kind of lets us know that we're ready. But when you're getting ready to do an Akashic record reading, Nancy, for somebody, and you know you're ready to begin the reading, what's the first thing that you just kind of talked about you hear things, but like talk about it a little bit more. Like do you see, do you like what's it feel that first moment of starting to speak?
I think I just start speaking. I say their name. I say their Akashic records are open, and then I just kind of tune into them, and I can really just feel this sense, this urgency to talk, to speak, and channel what's being said. That's the first thing, and then I kind of get a whole feeling. I might feel the energy of the person or what's coming through. Like they want me to know that the person's feeling anxiety or they're feeling comfort or excited or the emotion that comes with it. I start to the clairsentience kind of comes in where I just kind of feel into what they're experiencing, what spirit wants me to mention first.
Yeah, I think it's similar to me. When I feel like a, a feeling of male or female, first off,
Hmm.
then I usually go into the feeling of who the person was, loving or difficult or,
Mm.
whatever. And it goes, and different times it takes me different places. Every reading is different. And sometimes I can
Yeah.
go right into like how they passed, but sometimes I'm stuck on the quality of the person that they were and the emotion that they were very loving and a family person or workaholic, or maybe they had some troubled stuff. So the clairsentience is
Yeah.
definitely, I think, primary thing that shows up first
Mhm.
once I get male or female. So I use all of my sense. Do you use all of yours? All of your senses?
I would like to use more of the taste and the smell. But I do have I'll hear songs or I'll see,
Yeah.
clairvoyance, I'll see pictures occasionally. But that I wouldn't say that's my strongest clair.
Yeah, I think I start out with I just know male or
Yeah.
female and I just feel first.
Yeah.
I don't, feeling and seeing and knowing are my strongest. So in a group setting though, Nancy, let's just touch up base on this versus a one-to-one. In a group setting, Akashic Records, for you, you're still very focused on one person.
Right.
Yeah. And
Yeah. I haven't honestly tried doing it where I I don't know where it's going because with the Akashic records, that's it. You set the intention to connect and open one person's records, and you
right.
have to have their permission. Ethics are involved with that, and when you're in a group setting, I can't just be willy-nilly opening up. I mean, it's stating your intention that you're opening up one specific person's Akashic records or their book of life, and it just doesn't align with being uh, in the gallery reading the way you do it. It just wouldn't make sense that way, I don't think.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, because you're dealing with more, it could be loved ones or guides, but you're dealing with readings that really don't have to do so much with who it is. It's about the message that comes through where I'm dealing with, you know, more specific. Like I want the
Exactly.
people to identify who's coming through.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the different intentions that because I'm sitting there witnessing it with you. I'm watching you as you're looking for who it connects with, and you get to that one person, and then you go even deeper
Yeah.
when you get to who it is, and just then they're like, I think that might be, whoever it is. And then when you start to go even deeper with that one person and really hit some things that nobody else could know, that nobody else would have there's just no way to know it.
Mhm.
And that's when you see them like tearing up or getting emotional, and that's really amazing to see that. And even afterwards people will come up to you and be like, they'll want to share the whole story of why you said this, and because you don't know what you're
Yeah.
saying as you're saying it. And I think that's really
Yeah.
just beautiful when people come up and it's like they just want to, there's like a line for me because they just want to tell you what that meant to them when you shared that energy with
Yeah.
them, and that message. And I'm getting chills as I say that because that is exactly what happens in these things. Like it's so beautiful when we're in these gallery readings because we do get that instant connection with people afterwards where you may, yeah, you had that in a one-on-one. I don't know, I just
And
you
no,
have it in a
I
one-on-one too, but I don't know, that's just my favorite thing about all that we do is just hearing the backstories, because a lot of times I'll be like, you're asking like a surprising thing. I know when I'll say something to somebody that I'll be like, I don't even know what the heck I'm saying. It's not even making sense. Can you
right.
take this? And they're like, absolutely, 100%. And then afterwards, they'll tell me why. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I had no idea that that was what that meant. I was thinking it was something else. And here it was this.
I
And
know.
it's just
It's
really
amazing.
amazing.
And I get
Um,
the privilege of watching you just, you're like words fly out of your mouth, but I'm seeing the person almost like sometimes it's very obvious on their face that they're like, oh my gosh, like shaking their head and like, and I don't even think you're noticing that.
yeah,
So I think in a gallery read, that's important though, that you just have to stay true to your staying in your zone, being truthful to what you're getting, not you're not making it up. And then it's really cool to see them react.
yeah, yeah. And that happens with both of us. And sometimes you're saying about trusting what is coming through at that time. I know that there's been a couple times where afterwards, I mean, I know several times with us individually, but and they'll write to us after the gallery reading and be like, you know what, this is what that meant. And I didn't realize it at that time, or this was who this was. And it happens a lot. So I don't know. It's just those
It's
are
all
always
surprising,
surprising
right?
and
It's that's the joy in doing it is to like, oh my gosh, can you believe what happened today? Like that
right.
was really cool. And I think that's again going back to a gallery read. you get to experience that over and over and over with all the
Hmm.
different readings, as opposed to just your own, which is
Yeah.
your own has its own value for sure, 100%. You're going to get a much deeper reading, but you get to experience it over and over and over in different ways. And I think that's really
Yeah.
always reflecting back is surprising. It's really good.
Yeah, just things you would never expect. I don't know. It's just it's fun to see and hear. And then sometimes people squeeze in the story, and everybody else is like, "Wow, really?" I remember there was a song. Songs come through a lot, and one of them was I don't think I'm giving anything off of somebody, but it was their first wedding song that came through. Loved One came through in one of the Akashic record sessions, and just to hear that, everybody's like, "Wow, that's who that was," and that message really was what she needed to hear and made a difference to her that day. But anyway, surprises all the time.
All
Always
the
never
time.
know what to expect
You
in a
don't know what
gallery
to
reading.
expect. Yeah, for sure.
So what advice would you give somebody who comes for the first time? They've heard it's really fun. They don't really know what to expect though. Like what advice would you have for them?
If you're come with a open up to possibilities, and if you've never come before and you don't really know where you sit with your experience and whether this what your belief system is with it and everything, enjoy it and just
Hmm.
come and enjoy it. We welcome that. It's not a you don't have to be a all in um you understand all of this and you believe everything about that's that's for you. That's your personal journey.
Right.
But if you're choosing to come, you must be curious. So
Yeah.
I just think people should come open to the experience, to being curious, and
Hmm.
the wonderment of this all. I think that alone, experiencing it, even if you didn't get a reading, can be uh, fascinating. So that's really just come with an open mind and just come to sit and watch and wonder,
Yeah.
honestly.
Yeah, and I think that goes hand in hand with like don't come like yes, be skeptic, a healthy dose of skepticism is good, but
Yeah,
don't come
sure.
ready to test us or
Yeah,
I'm going to see if she says the secret word and because I think you're limiting yourself and save that for afterwards. Like go back and say, did she say like what did she say that was, take notes and see what we said that really hit home, but kind of listen and take it in and then reflect on it later, I think is really helpful to not be sitting there with a checklist. I was that way before, I
I was too. I
went
was
to
too.
mediums looking for a secret word and okay, fine, but save it for later and
Yeah.
enjoy the moment, like be in the moment, take it all in and reflect upon what's said afterwards.
And just to explain, I believe that the energy or spirit is throwing 1,000 things up for us to say, and we're picking up on
Yeah.
10. It's not that that word wouldn't be said or that whatever, but that's not what we picked up on. And the intention, I think, on spirit is to always deliver what's for your highest good and what you need to hear. And that
Hmm.
magic word may not be what you need to hear because that's more, is this real or not? Just listen to the message, listen to what comes through. But healthy skepticism is always, just bring that we're not like, we're not here to convince anybody of
Yeah.
anything. We're just here to say, hey, if you want to experience this,
And I
the
think
gallery read is a gallery is an event is a great way to come and experience it.
exactly, exactly. If you want ahead of time, I always tell people, you can talk to your loved ones. You can talk to your loved ones all the time, but especially in the week leading up to it, like talk to your loved ones, tell them you hope to hear from them. Wear a special necklace or piece of jewelry that you have of theirs. Is it going to guarantee that we're going to do the reading that they're going to come through? No, no, it
Right.
won't. But it maybe will, I don't know, it'd be a little bit helpful for you. What do you think about that? I just feel like it opens you up a little bit
I
more
think you
and
should always be talking to your loved ones.
yeah.
I think they always hear for sure they know. And just as much as you're planning to come to an event, they're also planning.
Hmm. Hmm.
And if those who don't get a reading does not mean nobody, that they didn't have anybody show up for them. It's just we have a limited time in gallery read. We can't give 30-minute reads for every person there. People would fall asleep. So a gallery read is kind of like a sampling, a short little reads. So less information would be given, but evidential on my end, it's still
Mhm.
evidential. So it just, yeah, there's no pressure, and you have to be open to what comes. And we're people, we're not perfect. We're doing the best that we can do delivering what we get, but we're not gonna pick up on everything.
Right. Right.
So, it's if you're willing to experience that, then that's great. And or you might be surprised as to what you do hear that you didn't expect to hear.
Yeah.
So we hope that whether you've been to one of our gallery readings or not, that we hope that this gives you a little bit of a peek behind the curtain of what a gallery reading is like, and have a little bit more of an understanding as to what you would expect.
Yeah, so you can find all of our events, upcoming events, typically in Maryland, but we'll put them all on our website called www.betweentwomediums with the number two mediums.com. And that's where we put all of our gallery readings, our spirit and s'mores we have coming up, and other, even we take walks together where you can just come and ask us questions or talk about spiritual topics on hikes. But all the information is there. And if you want to know when we are going to put up more episodes, be sure to like and subscribe down below. And sure, leave comments if you have questions for us that you'd like us to answer in upcoming episodes.
Yeah. So until next time, we look forward to talking to you again.
Yeah. Good. See you later. Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.